Morning team, Greg, Acupuncture Queenstown. Today we're going to be discussing sleep. I've mentioned on some other videos how important sleep is. You really can't overestimate how important sleep is for your overall health. If you're not sleeping, everything else will go to shit, basically. It's so important. It totally affects your hormone profile, your stress responses, your energy levels. It also affects your weight. One of the most effective things for weight loss is 8 hours of sleep a night. Sleep is brilliant. I won't go into that because it's kind of obvious, I think. But here's the thing, if you don't get enough sleep, in the morning you're a bit groggy and you will tend to rely a lot more on the caffeine things, the coffees, the teas, the other quick pickups, the sugars, the sweet things, and that's what I do. If I'm tired, the next day I spend the whole day limping between tea and chocolatey snacks. I've had a good night's sleep, I feel better, I'm more cheerful, I have more energy, and I eat better, and I make better choices food-wise and exercise-wise. So, today's discussion is about how to sleep better. Now, I'll put a link in to an interesting little article on sleep. Try and simplify this as best we can. The biggest thing I'm seeing at the moment in the modern world is the use of screens and phones, which of course is what we're recording this on. Phones at night, phones in bed, iPads in bed, that kind of stuff. No. Sorry, just no. It's your body, your brain, when it looks at screens, particularly phone screens, and you'll notice a lot of the phones now have options for a nighttime mode. It's a different color palette. It's because of what's called blue light. Blue light is the super bright light. It's essentially the same as midday sunshine. So no matter how tired you are, if you get out in the midday sunshine, you will wake up and you will be able to function because your body releases, let's get up and do stuff, or type hormones, because it's sunlight. Okay. Now, if you're looking at midday sunshine on your tablet or your phone or your TV or your computer late at night, your brain's releasing all these hormones to keep you awake to do things. Then you turn it off and think your brain will just go, sleep time. It won't. It just doesn't do that. I wish it did. It doesn't. So you can be exhausted and you're lying in bed going, covers on, covers off, thrashing about. It's not working. You need about 2 hours. Yes, 2 hours of no screens and less light. If you've ever been camping, you'll notice that, assuming you haven't got tons of devices and stuff with you, the old campfire and things, you sit there chatting to people and you just kind of, maybe read a book, maybe you just, just go do my teeth, and you go to sleep surprisingly early, 8 o'clock at night or something, and you sleep all the way through because you're in a more natural environment and you slow down. So in a modern sense, my suggestion is to use lamps, things like salt lamps work well, candlelight, that sort of stuff. It's a much, much softer light. Most modern lights, especially LED ones, are super bright, which is great, except that it's, again, like the screens. So about 2 hours of that lower light, less intense light. Doing some stretching, doing some breathing, reading books, that sort of stuff. You see, book reading is reasonably calming for the mind. And then we nod off. Okay. What we're looking for is not just getting to sleep, but it's staying asleep and having a deep sleep. You want to go from awake to deep sleep and try and stay at the bottom here. Beautiful, deep, healing sleep, and then pop up in the morning. Ideally, without an alarm, without using an alarm. Imagine that. Ideal. And again, I'm not claiming I can do this all the time either. I don't claim to be a guru or perfect in any vague way at all. In fact, I'm completely mental and stuff. But in order to do this, we don't just need to get to sleep, because I have lots of patients who get to sleep well, but then wake up in the night. Now, there's some Chinese medicine diagnostics around this, which is not the point of this discussion, which I can help people with if they need it. But sometimes you'll be so tired you will go to sleep even with a bright screen, but you then wake up again because your brain's still too busy and too much going on. So it's giving yourself 2 hours, maintaining what they call good sleep hygiene. That is, following the same routine. You get up at the same time, you go to bed at the same time. Do the same things before you go to bed so your body gets used to what it's trying to do. The room wants to be as dark as possible, preferably pitch black. That is, no night lights, no little red lights and things, no little alarm clocks with the green lights and stuff. Any of that. Ideally, you want the blackout curtains, you want it to be dark, dark, dark. And you should sleep much better in deep dark. Your eyelids are actually technically slightly translucent. So if I look around here, I can see where the lights are versus where the table is in terms of light and dark. Your brain will still pick up any light stuff coming through the translucentness of your eyelids, and that will tend to make it more disturbed, more awake. So dark, dark, dark. Get the temperature right. Usually cooler is better, so we can wrap ourselves up in our duvets and so on. If we can stretch and so on before we go to sleep, we calm the whole nervous system down. Again, going from a hyper state to a calm state like that doesn't work. At least if it does, tell me how to do it. There are some techniques to help, but it's still tricky. There's a transitional period. Go the transitional period. Get used to the habit of getting up at the same time. It has to be a routine. Your body will get used to that routine. Obviously, the famous one is the caffeine as well. Caffeinated drinks. Depends on who you read, whether it should be a few hours before you go to bed, nothing after 4 o'clock in the afternoon, nothing after lunchtime, nothing after 11 o'clock in the morning. Depends on you. You can experiment with that. Surprising how powerful caffeine is. Remembering there's caffeine as well in chocolate. More caffeine, I think, in dark chocolate than milk. So if you have that chocolate after dinner kind of thing, and it's that 70% super strong stuff or whatever it is, that might be giving you the same kick as the coffee. Warm baths, there's a whole lot of things, but I think the main focus I would say here is that 2-hour gap of just slowing things down. Okay, I'll put the link to the article. How to Sleep Like a Sleep Coach, which I really like. One of the suggestions in there actually is to use nose strips. I was going to forget. Nose strips, little things sticking in your nose here. It just opens up the nostrils and allows you to breathe more easily. So there's less of that. It helps with snoring, sleep apnea, those kind of issues. Although those are slightly more specified. Again, ask me if you want some more advice on that. But the nose strips work well. In the article, he does suggest actually taping your mouth up as you breathe through your nose. Not only is it helpful for snoring, but it changes again how the air works, changes your hormones and so on. There are whole books on how to breathe better now. There's loads of guidance on that. There's lots of yoga stuff, tons of things we can look into, but try the nose strips as well. Hopefully helpful. As always, any questions, put them in the comments section. Hope you have a fabulous day. Greg, acupuncture Queenstown. Thank you.